Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you just a little bit about some new Skylanders 4 possible announcement toy fair information that has been discovered. Now, I had told you in a previous video that I had looked online and I had found out that Activision was in fact renting a space at the toy fair, the New York Toy Fair, which is like the 15th, I believe. Now, with this, so we knew they were renting a space, and I just finished watching a Family Gamer TV video that said that they actually looked at the floor plan, and it turns out that they are actually renting the exact same space that they rented last time, which was a humongous space. I mean, it was huge compared to everybody else in that genre. And they're in the toys area, the interactive toys area, which means that that's basically Skylanders. That's the only toy to life thing that Activision owns. Now, what this means is that there probably is a humongous announcement coming up. Now, this could just be another thing that they're trying to throw at us and confuse us, because it's highly possible that they want to be kind of unpredictable for their competition. And that was a good thing that Family Gamer TV pointed out, that we could not see them announce that and just announce some Swap Force related stuff. But I highly doubt this. Now, another thing that Family Gamer TV has said was new types of Skylanders games. Now, I, for one, think that that's not happening. I do not think that we will ever see a Skylanders main racing game. Don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that I don't think there will be one. I just don't think that there will ever be a main game. I mean, think about it. We have all these figures, and we're used to them hack, slash, boom, 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 boom. You know, combat. RPG, dungeon crawler type thing. That's what we are used to, and that's what I think we'll continue to see as the yearly announcement. Now, I do foresee in the future maybe a spin-off game that's highly likely considering what we have. The success of the franchise. But as far as anything like a racing game or something introducing maybe a whole new mechanic, I don't really see that. I mostly see expansion. Family Gamer TV said that he didn't think there would be new elements because he thought that would complicate things. Now, I just don't understand here how adding a new element would complicate things. If you kind of get what I'm saying. Would Swap Force have not complicated it enough? I mean, it's kind of shown that it can handle change and complication, so I don't see why adding new elements would be a problem at all. I, for one, may think that we see Repo's Giants. He said that we might see those. I think we could see them, but at the same time, we might not see them. If we don't see them this year, though, is what I'm thinking is if we don't see them this year, they're probably not coming back. But if they do introduce a new element, we could see a new Elder Elemental for that element. So if they do introduce, like, time and space, we could see a new time and a new space giant, which would make sense as, you know, the giant chests and stuff in the Swap Force levels, we could see this would be a smart idea to kind of bring back giants without bringing back giants, if you kind of get my drift, and not focusing the whole game on them. Now, what I wouldn't see is new swappers. I don't expect to ever see new swappers. Family Gamer TV said that in Skylanders 5 we might see repo swappers, but no, that just, there's a number of reasons that wouldn't work. Number one, how many ways can you repose a Skylander that's cut in half? Let me kind of show you what I mean by this by grabbing a different Skylander over here. Let's do Firecracking. I mean, how many ways can you repose this guy? I mean, what do you repose on the top half? I mean, you can have a staff in a different spot, new armor, maybe, but is that really a big enough difference, you think, to constitute a whole new Series 2 fire portion? And with Kraken, what is here to redo? Like a firework bomb? That just seems a little excessive, and I just don't see that. So, number one, there's not much there to repose, and number two, which is probably the biggest issue with this, is this would really complicate things. Because if you think about it, the reason that we can have Series 2 Skylanders is because they have the base that's different, and that's a telltale sign that it only works in games past here. So, like, it's easier for kids to know that the orange base does. Sorry, got cut off there. Ran out of memory. But as I was saying with the Skylanders, the reason that we can have Series 2 Skylanders is because of the base. They know that the orange bases don't work in SSA. They know it's easier for kids to do that because that's one of the first things that a kid learns. You know, colors, numbers, alphabet. Those are like the primary three things that a kid learns. And so, if we start to introduce Series 2 or even 3 swappers, the problem is there's no base here. There's no base color. And, I mean, it would be solvable because if I could see them saying, Fire Kraken is now a whole figure. We have fully reposed him. He is unswappable. But that just doesn't make sense to me. How did he become unswappable now? That's what I don't get. And, you know, the problems wouldn't exist for the bottom halves because they would, you know, have bases, but the top halves don't have bases, and that would so easily confuse kids, and they would not, and it would be really hard for them to distinguish, especially the littler kids that just barely grasp the concept already. It would just insanely overcomplicate things. So that's kind of what I'm thinking that we might not see. And, another thing that Family Gamer TV said, I'm kind of making it's almost in a way a video response to that. He said that he didn't think that there would be articulatable Skylanders because it was displayed on a shelf. And honestly, I kind of think that it may have not been a test for an articulatable Skylander. What I actually bet, well, actually, let me back up and say, what happened in the video was when they went to Toys for Bob, I think it was Toys for Bob, on the desk there was an articulatable stealth elf out in the open, not hidden. Now, he thought this meant that, oh, it must be the new idea, it might have been a new idea, and if it was a new idea, they would have clearly hidden it. Well, I just don't think that that was what it was at the time. More than likely, all Skylanders go through a phase where every joint is articulatable. And I think that they do this so that they can figure out, okay, so, Ignitor, take him. Does he look better like this, or like this, or like this, or like, ah! That's what they do that for, I think, honestly. To say, oh no, that pose is out, or, yes, that's an amazing pose, that's great. That's probably why they do that. So, articulatable Skylanders, that actually, I think, might be something that we see in the future. Or, like I've said before, motor core. You put them on the portal, they move. That's also seeable. So, I kind of have to beg to differ with that, with what he said. And that's a lot of information to take in, I know. And we all know that we won't actually see what any of this stuff actually, if any of this stuff is true or just mad speculation, which most of it is all definitely mad speculation, since only one thing can be right. But, I look forward to seeing what the Toy Fair brings, and honestly, it's coming to the end of January, and last time we saw them register the domain names, it was either January 31st or February 1st. It's one of those 2 days. So that's definitely approaching soon, and I'm excited to see what that day brings and the names that come forth. So anyways, this has been PortalMaster9351. See you next time. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Goodbye. Bye. Yay, yay, yay.